Uh,
Yo, how you guys doing? Kai is here, man. Let's get ready for this Kaisamania, man. Today, we'll be reacting. Shut up, Prime. It was good. Today, we're going to be reacting to another Rory's reaction. Rory, if you're watching this, man, thank you, man. You got me so many subscribers, man. It's insane. So every time you say something stupid, I'm here, man. Thank you. Today, we're going to react to Rory's comments about Roman Abramovich on True Jordy. Through Jordy's channel. But first, let me introduce the people that we have here. We have the usual Prime. We have Andrew. And we have the Kafka's View with us, man. Alexis, how are you doing, bro?
No, I'm not too bad, man. I'm not too bad. I'm looking forward to this video.
Yeah.
Should be fun, you know. Nothing disrespectful, but
Yep.
we'll have comments.
Nothing.
Yeah, we will. Nothing disrespectful.
Yeah.
Nothing
That's-
disrespectful. That's
My-
not Guy's MO.
My standards, man. My standards of nothing disrespectful, yeah. So, how are you guys doing? Let's go to the formalities, man. How are you guys doing? Tell us in the chat how you guys are feeling, and we'll start.
Actually, funny enough, I genuinely, because this came out probably yesterday or something.
Yesterday, yeah.
People were tagging me in everywhere. Kafka, you were talking about it, Andrew, and everything, and I'm just like, is it really that bad? And people DM me and stuff. You have to react to this. Get Kai to react to this, and Kai was telling me people were telling him to react to it as well. So I purposely haven't watched any of it. Just
You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
reaction. I mean, Alec, Kafka, you said you got mad, and
Yeah,
I don't know
listen,
you to get mad at.
I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I never get triggered by stuff like this. But when you touch my Eastern European blood, right? A part of me gets triggered, right? You're too close to home, and people need to remember what Roman done for us.
Exactly, man.
Nash bratucha.
Exactly.
Yeah? If I ever meet him, I'll tell him in Russian I love him. Okay? Fluent.
Rory, Tidal Bayop. To people who don't know what it means.
Please.
You will go translate it. If you know Russians, you know Russian. But it is what it is. So, Prime, I need to give you an IKEA voucher to get some glasses, man. That measuring cup isn't it, bro. But it is what it is. So, should we start?
Don't take your anger out on me, okay? It's Rory.
I'm not angry, man. I'm actually in a good mood. But first of all,
is there something you want to say? His top?
no. Let's first of all let's go to a comment Rory made 2 years ago about us sacking managers and all that crap. We're gonna start a little, just like 1 minute of it, and we're gonna react to it. Go ahead, Prime.
Alright, cool. Wait, hold on.
And they've got no one.
So going back to Chelsea,
Yeah.
Since your last episode, you got an absolute fucking pelting
Oh, did
because
it?
of the
Oh,
sorry debate, where it was clipped up, and it was sort of unfairly clipped up. I seen tiny clips of it where Lawrence makes Rory look stupid, yeah. And then,
Who does that, Dave?
no, but there was a big debate that was shortened down to like 1 minute on a Twitter clip. What are your thoughts on Sarri now? I mean, you're still in with a chance of top four.
Well, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed, and this is what I find quite interesting about the people who are pro Sarri. We beat Brighton the other day, and my ads go mad, and it's people going, "Ha ha, you still Sarri out?" It's like, what? Because we beat Brighton, you think that anything changes? If Chelsea win every game between now and the end of the season, we'll finish in the top four and win the Europa League. And I still think he needs to be sacked.
Right. Okay.
Even if they finish in the top 4 and win the Europa League, he still
needs to be.
Why?
Because he isn't a Chelsea man. He isn't the right. He isn't.
This is when people say to you, Rory, just being honest, you're not making a good argument. He isn't a Chelsea man. You need to clarify.
But that means something. The people who don't get that aren't Chelsea men. Anyone who is a Chelsea man understands exactly what I'm saying. People who go to Chelsea, something. Look, I'm not an orator. I'm not like the most articulate man in the world. I'm a football fan. So people go, "Oh yeah, you didn't make your case." Well, yeah, mate, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I'm just telling you, if you don't see the problem for Sarri, you aren't a Chelsea man either. So anyone who's going, "Oh yeah, pro Sarri," you've probably never been to Stamford Bridge, mate. So your opinion is not relevant.
Oh, I don't know about that. You see, I think you're giving yourself a bit of an easy get out there by going, I'm not very good at talking. You run a fan channel. Yeah, you've got to be good at talking. It's one of the qualifications.
What, everyone who's on a fan channel is good at talking? Have you seen any?
Have you seen it? You don't know what you're talking about.
But there are loads of people on fan channels who think they're good talkers. They are good. But it's one. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I think last time Dave and I did hammer you a little bit, and you and I have obviously spoken about it since. And part of me thought maybe it was unfair, like you said, that people clipped you up and made you look like a bit of a meme in there, especially some of the fans who were no better than you and no better than me in the first place.
What happened then?
Well, basically, we got into a debate.
The debate was the Sarri success in Italy, and Rory wrongfully stated that he went putting from second to second, and Lauren said it was actually fifth to second, which turned out to be the truth. But it didn't really change the fact that Rory isn't happy. That's the bottom line, is it?
Sarri was a success in Italy. He was a success.
Didn't win anything, did he?
I know, but you make a good point. But what they do say, that style of football in Italy suited how he wants to be as a manager. I don't really love Sarri, but I still think you have to give him a bit of time. But obviously, I know what Chelsea fans are. They don't want it. But I'd give him next season. And then if next season he doesn't produce, then you go.
He picked a really good team for the game against Brighton. He got the team spot on.
Yeah, because he played
That's the first time he's done that in 9 months.
Mate,
did he play Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek?
Yeah, the two best players on that were Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek. They've been available to him from day dot. So he's finally played them.
So the point is with Napoli, cover that first. With Napoli, and people made this point, they were ranked second by UEFA within Italy because of the way that they played. So it's sort of, and everyone knows your UEFA rankings are rubbish anyway, so we shouldn't really be looking at them. They finished fifth the season before. I think almost 30 points off the top of the table. He took them to within 9 points of Juventus the next season, and by the final season he was there, he was within 4 points of Juventus. Bear in mind, he's an institution within Italy. But my argument against you, and the problem that I have with your argument, you're calling him a bad manager, and then in the same breath saying he's not a Chelsea man. Now, I don't think those two things have to be the same. If he was to go back to Italy now, I think he'd be a raging success with any other team. Probably go back to Napoli. Yeah.
Lawrence, all right, then what is a Chelsea man?
I think a Chelsea man, well, I mean, you can define that, but I can agree from my side. I don't know if he's good for Chelsea. Yeah. I just think it's disrespectful to a guy who has done well somewhere else. Empirically, he's done well. You can measure how well he's done well. Napoli, and I've spoken to Napoli fans since. Every one of those guys loves him because he made them feel proud about their club. And they said he was the biggest hope that we've had since Diego Maradona of actually winning something.
Well, they've got more chance now. They've got more chance now. They've got Entitlement.
All right, then throw this to you. So when Sarri first come in, was you happy? Be honest. When you first
when we first got him,
you were happy.
I don't watch Napoli play football.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay.
When he came, I thought, okay, great. This bloke has a bit of pedigree, and let's hope he's good. Yeah. Immediately, it was apparent that it wasn't good. Immediately, it became apparent this man was not cut for the right club for Chelsea. When Antonio Conte arrived,
what were these signs specifically that you?
Okay, when Antonio. So firstly, when Chelsea cared, when Abramovich cared about the club and it was his passion, he would have never got the job. He would have never ever got the job. Chelsea of old wouldn't have employed Maurizio Sarri. Chelsea of old employed Antonio Conte, who won 3 Scudettos in a row. Chelsea of old employed serial European Cup winner Carlo Ancelotti. Chelsea of old employed Jose Mourinho. Not someone who's nearly done quite well, maybe in Italy. You know what I mean?
Hold on there, Rory, because Antonio Conte came to the UK, and at the time, I was making a documentary about the season he came to.
Oh, I was with you in Cobham.
He was mocked by the Italian media because of who he'd become. He'd become a bit of a pariah, a bit of a figure of fun in Italy because people were saying to him, "You're too passionate about this. You're not good enough in that."
Prime, can you pause the video, man?
Three.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you know, like
Mr. Rory.
he's just chatting absolute shit. He's contradicting his whole argument.
It's Kai talking.
Is the whole you see like before that they give him time thing. If you look at the
Kai's on
numbers that
mute.
actually Sarri had were much better, like the number that we had before. You know.
Also, the whole thing of
Oh,
Ancelotti, when Ancelotti came, I don't think he matched what Sarri did. Keep in mind, Ancelotti was there for
Yeah,
a
he
short
didn't.
time period,
didn't.
true, but he didn't match it. And also, Roman, with Chelsea of old, if you want to say that, does still hire Sarri because Roman has always went for the most attractive and favorable managers in Europe. So, Jose, Ancelotti, even when we got Scolari, look what he did at Brazil before he came. Di Matteo, what he did was he at Porto before he came to Chelsea? Sarri, one of the most sought after managers, Pep raving about how brilliant he plays and he's the most difficult opponent he's faced in a few years and everything.
Yeah.
Waffle.
But you know what? One thing I agree with Rory about.
yeah.
He doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking
Right.
about. He
People
admitted
don't
it himself, man.
people don't
He admitted
fine.
himself.
It's just this whole what he says about him and then what he's saying now. It's just total. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it just contradicts with his whole
it just
fucking
doesn't
point
make
from
any
before.
sense. Yeah.
Anyway, we're joined with Lambs. Lambs, how are you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Like,
Yo.
Sounding like a transformer, Lambs.
Yeah, you sound like a transformer, Lambs.
right.
Uh-oh.
You're sounding like my namesake, Optimus. Okay, no, that's okay. That wasn't that funny. I admit.
Hello.
Yeah. Anyway, now, since we give you guys a context of what we're actually, you know, what he was talking about, like the way that he was kind of saying he's not a Chelsea man, because even if he won all the games and he got top 4, he still wanted him out. But he wants Lampard to stay. When we were standing on, I think we were 9th or 10th when Lampard was sacked. Something around that.
We were
he wanted him to
when
stay.
Lampard got sacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were worse than shit. Now we were like, Jesus Christ, man.
Can we just say though that actually I've forgotten. Carry on. Sorry.
What happened?
Sorry, I had it and it's gone.
Anyway, let's start, Prime. Let's start.
Rory always contradicts himself.
There's no such thing as a Chelsea man. This guy in
Situation. And I've had some very strong words about Roman Abramovich.
What kind of things do you say about Roman? Because
Can you guys hear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
Much
perfect.
better. Much better.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I was just needed to fix my mic, I think.
No, it's no problem. No problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, just to quickly echo what most of you guys are saying. Guy's just talking shit. He's always talking shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we briefly brushed over some of his outlandish opinions on the Chelsea Lady show yesterday evening, and honestly, just this guy's a fraud. Like, I actually can't believe he still has subscribers, to be honest. But it's okay. He's like literally, like Kai said, he's completely contradicted himself.
Yeah.
Completely
I mean,
himself.
he's
Gonna eat his words like now. He's really gonna eat his words now.
To be fair to him, he did say something right. He did say he has no fucking clue what he's talking about. And Lawrence even told him that, and he was like, "Oh, so every person with a fan channel should know what he's talking about." I mean, if he is covering Chelsea and he's a Chelsea man, he should know what the fuck he's talking about, isn't it? Like it
And
doesn't
if
make
someone's
any
coming
sense.
into your house the way he used Chelsea as his house, you should know who's going to be having the keys to the door. Sorry.
Yeah.
At least do your research.
And he admitted, "I've never watched Napoli." Bro, you know what Rory is? Rory is the kind of guy who goes to games just to get drunk with his mates, man. He doesn't fucking watch the game. He doesn't know how football works. I'm surprised if he even know how the fucking offside rule works, man. But it is what it is.
You know what annoys me worse than Rory? The fact of 71 views and only 33.
Oh, disgrace.
Come on,
disgrace.
Come on, guys.
What are you doing?
It's free.
If Rory doesn't want Roman, I'll take him at United.
No. You keep. Who do they have?
The Glazers.
Yeah, the Toads.
Yeah, they have the Glazers. They have the Walmart ladies wag. Yeah,
the Toads.
It is what it is.
Kai. Oh my god.
Just play it.
Roman, my camera.
Yeah, Roman, I say terrible things.
Roman Abramovich is obviously the main reason why you've had so many happy memories as a Chelsea fan. So the people outside, they go, hold on a second, that doesn't make sense.
I think that what Abramovich has contributed to Chelsea will never be forgotten. And there was a time when, you know the trite cliches that are often rolled out about Roman Abramovich, where he's best owner in the league, and Chelsea fans say the best owner in the league, without ever kind of drilling down into why and the contribution.
Well, it's simple. Trophies. That's the only thing.
Trophies and money is what people will always say.
Yeah.
And also, though, the trophy thing is an interesting one, because when people, and I've done it, by the way, like, I think everybody has an epiphany moment at some point in a situation, and mine has virtually come now. It's something that I've been aware of for a while, but it's the time now.
Wow.
Where I've said,
where are we going with this?
It's the time now where
I feel like you're coming out, Rory.
It's a time now where I've decided that I'm now bored to tears of the way Roman Abramovich conducts himself.
Oh, okay.
In a roundabout way of saying, because you, for the longest time, football for you is about winning. Would you sacrifice the winning and the gold and all of that, for maybe a better way of running a club and not winning it?
Well, what I'm just trying to work out is it's a given that Chelsea compete at the top level. Impact managers, and I've said it, impact managers, we bring in people for a really short amount of time. They come in, they win the league, they go. 18 months is a long time to be Chelsea manager. 18 months is ages, right? That basically past anything, most people are less, virtually nobody is. 2 years is huge. But when we actually analyse it, Chelsea competing at the top level, in the past decade, we've won the league twice. And I'm just thinking about this off the top of my head. But I think that we've only competed once and not won it.
Outside of those?
Outside. So we've won 2 and competed.
So you're saying for 7 years you've been irrelevant out of those 10?
Yeah.
You won the Champions League in the last 10 years.
Pause the video there, please.
Yeah, Prime, you should do it automatically, man, without someone asking you, bro. Like,
hold on. That is nonsense, by the way. We have been extremely competitive, right? For the last, I think, 18 years, we're the second most successful club in English football.
Mm-hmm. Champions League as well, that he forgot about.
Champions League, and I think it's 4 or 5 league titles, if I'm not mistaken. Yet, he thinks it's a given that you win the title every year or you compete every year.
That's right.
In that time, we've transitioned from throwing money to having a youth academy that produces great talent. We're self-sufficient because of the loan army, and we're buying players while reaching financial fair play. I really think it's easy to say all the stuff in a sense, oh, we're not competitive, just to get a reaction.
Exactly.
But we are competitive.
The fact that
Your mic's gone again. Your mic's gone again.
Oh shit! Why does it do this?
Oh no, it's back.
You're good.
I don't know what you did, but
Is
good,
it?
yeah.
Okay. I don't know. The fact that this guy can even sit here, right, and have the audacity to suggest that this guy has contributed all that he can contribute to this club. Have you lost your damn mind? Before Roman Abramovich, who were we? What titles did we win? What trophies did we win? We weren't classed as a big club.
No.
So the fact that this...
Yeah, go ahead, Lance.
No, you go ahead, because I'm just gonna start cussing, to be honest.
Well,
You can.
Let me just say, man, this before City retained their title in 19, no one had retained the title in 10 years.
Yeah.
So and by the way, City have come along, smashed and been a force. Yeah. And we had Leicester,
And they still are. They still are.
And United. We have taken a step back in terms of spending a lot of money. For a few years.
Lams, can you put headphones on, please? Because we're getting like a really, really strong echo.
So, I don't know what he's talking about. This, and also, like he glosses over the champion. He also glosses over the Champions League.
But you know what it is? He's like basically he's in a breakup and he just hates everybody now. You know when girls get dumped and they're like, I hate all men. That's basically what Rory is right now. He's just in a moment. where he's too overly emotional. Yeah, he's just bitter, overly emotional, and now all of a sudden Lampard is the issue. But literally in the video before that, we just showed what he had about Sarri, and when the guys were talking about like him having longevity and he should be given next season, he was like, no, because he's not a Chelsea man. He shouldn't because it's not working out. But at the end of the day, whenever we were 9th, he has no issue with where we are because he's just emotionally attached to Lampard, and he didn't mind we were 9th.
When he talks about Chelsea and how we're run, you look at Real Madrid, if you want to say, Bayern Munich, they're run similar, impact managers. This longevity thing in football doesn't really work anymore, just because of how football now exists in the modern game.
It died with Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson. Those were like the last long-term managers, really and truly.
But let's face it. You get burnt out. No.
Yeah, but it's not.
Been there 5 years.
It's not even the issue. Both of those, all the managers we mentioned, Wenger, Sir Alex, Klopp, Pep, all of them are 20 times, if not more, the level of managers that Lampard was for us. People need to realize that Lampard played, acted, and managed like a Derby level manager. And as soon as you get that little lovey-dovey crap from your system and look at it objectively and analyze the numbers like a normal objective human being, then you will realize that the guy was crap and he had to be sacked. But Rory doesn't want to get that. Rory want to look at it from his heart because he's a little bit in love and he got dumped. And now all of a sudden he's sad about it and he wants Roman to leave. You know what it's like. You know what it's like. This was a good comment on it's like a good comment on the actual video. It was like Rory's like the kind of like when you have a puppy and you feed that puppy steak every day, and then at the end he was like, he gets sausages like one day, and he's like, that's it. I want a new owner. That's fucking basically what Rory is. He's just fucking ungrateful, man.
You know, yeah, and I think you put it perfectly because the way I look at it is he's throwing his toys out of his pram because his favorite toy is broken, Frank Lampard. And it's as simple as that. Like,
how is it that you look? I've got a lot of Man United friends, and they're always talking about the Glazers, even though they're in a title race or whatever. You have Arsenal fans always crying about their board. Newcastle and Steve Bruce and Mike Ashley and whatever, maybe. How is it we've got one of the best owners in world football and you want to take that away?
Because of Lampard. Before Lampard, he said he loves Roman.
All right, let's say Roman wants to sell the club. One, Roman is not going to sell it for less than a profit.
Well.
Two, what's a guarantee anyone's going to buy our club that loves us as much as he
doesn't? Why would he sell it? That's his club. He owes Rory nothing, man. Rory doesn't like it. He can start supporting West Ham, man. That's his fucking club.
You know what the issue here is?
Doesn't have to sell.
It's entitlement as if we own anything of this club. This is Roman's toy. If he wants to call it a Roman FC, we actually can't do anything about it.
Nope.
And that's the sad thing. He owns the club. And someone said we owe him £1 billion. He put, I think, 200 million of his own money. I think it was
Captain, why is that sad? Why is that sad? That's perfect. We have a very good owner who cares about the club.
We are
who wants to develop. He wants to develop the club. He cares about the women's team. He cares about the youth team. He cares about everything about the every aspect of the. He even cares about the fucking buildings around the club. Like he cares about everything investment around the area.
He's one of the only owners in the Premier League who actually helped during this COVID pandemic.
He hasn't furloughed.
He didn't have to take out a loan. Also,
he hasn't fired anybody.
When he bought the club,
he spent in a COVID window as well. People forget that.
When he
gave up the Millennium hotels for NHS key workers.
Testing centers, and
ungrateful little bastard. That's what you are, Rory.
Rory seems to forget that he may not have been when he bought the club, but Roman is actually a Chelsea fan right now.
Yes,
so like Rory doesn't get a bigger say than Roman does.
Bro, he goes to all our finals. He goes to all our finals, even the Europa League final, the FA Cups. If he could be in the UK, he used to go like to the home games and the away games.
He'll be cheering with literally the fans. He'll be like,
pictures of him in the youth games. There's pictures of him
like he's
in the youth
emotionally
games.
invested. He's
Can I
emotionally.
just,
Yeah.
I just say
Exactly.
something? You guys,
How is he complaining about what rival fans are always
Because he let
don't give a crap about their club? When I saw these like run of results, I wasn't worried because I know what owner we have. I know who runs our club. I'm thinking if this continues, he's gone. He's gone. We're not gonna do an Arsenal or United where it's just like deal with it. Like we don't have the money. Stick him out till the end of the season. Like this is what blows my mind. I don't facts. I would too if I could.
Roman gave this club so much. People forget.
He's not only one of the best owners in football. He's one of the best owners.
Yeah, in general.
It's period. It goes across all spectrums.
Andrew, there's a picture of him. I don't know if you can, like, if I want to look for it, but there's a picture of him in watching a youth game where it's fucking raining, man. A youth game final. I think it was the Champions League. And people want to just be little. This is why I don't like Rory.
I just documentary on Sky with this like ill kid touring Chelsea and everything, meeting John Terry. Roman Abrahamich took like a few minutes out of his time, talk to the kid, take a picture, sign whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, name me another owner who does that. They don't.
Bro, who's more valuable to Chelsea, Rory or Roman?
Wow,
Point given. Point given. Rory is just a 5'4" guy who just fucking bitches around about every.
Let me put it another way. Who's more valuable to Chelsea, Frank Lampard or Roman? Be honest.
Roman.
Be honest.
Roman.
Yeah. Frank Lampard's cabinet, should say featuring Roman Abramovich.
Bro, literally, Terry and Lampard said Chelsea owes Roman everything.
Yes,
they said they owe him everything. That's the man he worships himself.
First Premier League title in 60 years, I think it was, or 50 years.
First league title
since Roman came.
Time, basically.
Bro, before that, Chelsea only had one.
Yeah.
And he won 5 in the last 15 years. Yeah, last 20 years. Sorry, 5.
Did you see the emotion in his face when we won the Champions League?
Yeah.
Dude, he was at Europa League celebrating. Who celebrates Europa Leagues that's an owner like?
Yeah.
FA Cups, you support FA Cups as well.
In players like they were their sons.
Yeah. It's sad when I see this, man. I honestly I can't stand ungrateful people, man.
Also, you know what's annoying? Yeah, I'll take this from KJ actually. He always says about United that if you want the Glazers gone, don't buy the merchandise. He just bought a Chelsea kit today.
Yeah, the new one, Air Max 100.
Did he buy kid size?
I don't know, but the hypocrisy of the man wanting
that kit is ugly, by the way. Anyone that wears it
is ugly,
should be ashamed of yourself.
It looks like Crystal Palace away kit.
I'm gonna get one. I don't care.
I don't think.
God, man. Ugh.
I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna wear it on one of these strings.
Kafka, remember Roman likes the kit, so you know.
That's true.
You know what? It doesn't mean just because he's rich don't mean he's got good style.
Yeah, exactly, man. Jesus.
He had good taste. He didn't buy Spurs and bought us instead.
Let's go. Let's continue.
Continue.
Won the Champions League in 2012. How many out the last 10 years?
But my point is that people say we compete at the top
So
level.
you're saying that they misconstrue those great 2 to 3 years for 10 years.
Exactly. It's not been a
what you're
decade
saying
of
is his
dominance.
policy, while it's brought some success, is not as successful as it seems because of the amount of time that you haven't competed also.
And because of what other clubs have done, because of what Liverpool and Manchester City have done with their project.
Liverpool have won fucking Premier League, man. Liverpool was irrelevant 3 years ago. They were competing for 7th and 6th. Does this fucking guy even listen to what he's talking about, man? Does he even do his research, or he's just stuck out of his fucking ass?
Do you know what frustrates me, right, about this whole Liverpool propaganda?
Liverpool all of a sudden is this club that's done. What the fuck did they do for the last 10 years other than what? They won like 2 Champions League and 1 Premier League in the last 30 years.
Yes.
The media love to push this
fucking
agenda that
dickhead,
Liverpool are some well-run club. Realistically speaking, they've had one season competing with. One season when they came second, one season when they won the league. In 10 years. And they call this a more successful time than Chelsea. How? It's recency bias every time.
It's fucking ridiculous. And they're going, look at all the players are Asian and they can't even fucking replace them because they're poor. They're playing Henderson, fucking center back.
Oh, and one more thing.
Grateful
Imagine
little
this,
shit,
right? Imagine this. If we had the injury problems Liverpool were having, right? Roman would put his money in his pocket to get us two centre
Get
backs.
us out of it.
They're playing two centre midfielders at centre back because they're saying we can't afford another, and we got a shit owner.
100%. Almighty Blue, 100%, man. Every time somebody says soccer, I cringe, man. I cringe. That's how fucking bad it is.
Word. I really hate that word. It annoys me. Ugh.
It's that's why I'm saying he's acting like we abandoned the project by sacking Lampard, and really we saved it by appointing Tuchel.
Lampard had no fucking clue how to run that project. That's why he was sacked.
They paused the project by appointing Lampard. Look at the appointments, right? Sarri and Tuchel are so similar.
Can I talk about this, Alex, a little bit? Because what makes me annoyed is why can't a manager like Tuchel? He likes the youth. He's a much better tactician than Lampard, right? He's a much better manager. Why can't he do the project for us? I get it, he has board problems, but apparently fucking Lampard is not the nicest person to deal with, since he just ignore people like I don't know what, man. I'm not even gonna say it, man. He just ignores people who talk to him, who have issues with him, like a fucking kid. So he is not like the fucking gift that people think that he is. So why can't Tuchel be the one who does the project for us? If we back him and be understanding of what he wants, he could, because he is developing player quite nicely, man. He developed Pulisic, Aubameyang, both had the best season under him. So why can't he be a part of the project? Why does it have to be Lampard for it to be a fucking project? Doesn't make any sense to me. So is it the project dies and lives with Lampard? Doing a project with a Derby manager gets you Derby-ass fucking standards. And it showed. It showed. Because if Derby played in the Premier League, they would probably be 10 or below. And that's the reality, man. That's the reality.
You know what? Roman, he hired Lampard because he's a fan of the club. And I kept saying last season, he should have been sacked at the end.
He gave him a chance. He gave him a chance at Chelsea, and he failed. He failed that chance. He failed. What can Roman do, man? What can Roman do?
He didn't earn the chance. That's why I'm saying he got hired because Roman actually is a fan of this club.
Prime, who else was going to take that job realistically?
No, Alex. I don't believe any of that. I don't, because you have a season to work with a squad, know who's good, who isn't. If people are saying that the squad is not good enough to get top four with Lampard, then any other manager, I'm sure it's not good enough to get top four anyway. So
no,
and
but
we still got top four with Frank. So why can't a manager comes in, say we scrape fourth, and then you say I will give you 150, 200 mil to spend on players that you want?
Yeah, exactly. 91 people watching right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, help us on our road to 1K. It's a pretty new channel, man, but we're growing massively thanks to Rory and his fucking delusion, man. Anyway,
I kind of agree with what Alex is saying, actually, because who kind of would have come in to take over the club at that point, and especially given that we had a transfer ban and we were missing vital players in key positions, meaning we would have to recruit, raise some of the our youth players to our first team. And who knows our youth players better than somebody who, I don't know, who's worked with them before, who's been in the club, who the youth players actually know and look up to, rather than Frank Lampard. So at the time, it seemed like the perfect thing to do, especially, I think it obviously was like a PR move. And literally, what experienced manager would have come in knowing the high expectations that Chelsea put on their managers and knowing what the club is expected to achieve, especially for an experienced manager with credentials in your back, working with a bit of a team with some holes in it, some clear holes in it. Mm-hmm. So I think at the time, that was the thinking behind the decision. I agree. I was a bit skeptical. I think, okay, he probably shouldn't have been appointed in the first place. He obviously doesn't have the credentials. But I thought, okay, at the time, I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm going to give him a chance. And literally, it's what Kai said. He had that opportunity. Yes, he did not earn it, but he had the opportunity. If he thrived and he did well and he kept on winning and he won us the Premier League, Champions League, Cups and stuff, then he'd still be in a job because he took the opportunity and he took it with both hands. So, he's had the opportunity. It's not worked out. it's time to remove the emotion from it. So, and frankly, I can't even believe that people even having this question in this debate about it's the wrong decision. It's the right decision.
Yeah.
The first manager that Roman's hired for this club. So he had to go. Of course, he had to go. Tuchel coming in is actually is what Roman's doing to save our club, to save our season, because he loves this club so much. He doesn't want to see us drop further down. Like, he doesn't want to see us in a position where we don't deserve to be. And really, especially given all the results that have happened now over this weekend, people have dropped points. We're in prime position to go and get 3 points against Burnley tomorrow, and I'm feeling really good.
And everybody around us are dropping points, so it's
yeah, exactly. This is prime time for us to just go in and just and take it. Really.
Yeah, if you
wait, Prime, let me react to. I don't hate Rory. Just my nationality, where I'm from. There's two things that really make people really dislike you: is being a hypocrite and is being ungrateful. If you're one of those two, then you're maybe in the UK it's different. But where I'm from, if somebody has nurtured you, been nice to you, provided you with everything that you need, and based on one thing that he did that you didn't like, you just abandoned them. For me, that's not a man. That's not a man for me. In my eyes, that's not a man. That's just a kid with actually, he doesn't even have a man's body either. But you know what I mean. It's just like it's for me, it's disappointing. It's not that I hate him. I just dislike that personality trait.
I'm actually taller than him, to be fair.
He's like 5'4" or something.
I'm 5'7". Yeah.
He's like Zola's height.
Okay.
Hey, no Zola slander here.
No. Listen,
no, Zola's even taller than him, man. Isn't Zola like 5'6" or something?
I don't know. Let's go on with the video.
Wait, hold on. Just a bit admin. 86 views, 54 likes.
91 actually now.
Oh, 91 now. Brilliant. That's awesome. If you guys could go to the Twitter account and give it a follow and stuff, that'll be brilliant. Let us know any
big up ads for the banner,
or react to that. Brilliant. Big up ads as well. Because I only did that because someone asked the Twitter. And also, deep down, Rory's more upset that Frank was incompetent than he was.
Probably.
I think so, yeah.
That's what it is.
Now we're allowed, according to YouTube rules, we're allowed to like respond to everything to any, like, you see, like the majority of YouTube videos are reactions. So
like you can do it as long as Kai's not playing like the whole video exactly like as it is.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah.
That's why we do these bits so we don't get done.
Oh, I never knew we could do this. By the way, you guys taught me something new.
Yeah,
reaction.
You can. Yeah.
Like sometimes in my spare time, I watch people reacting to some of my favorite films and shows. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Next week when we're going to do reaction to this reaction.
Just reacting to everything.
Just reacting to everyone.
Why did I say that?
Yeah. Let's continue. Let's watch the rest of the video.
Okay. Cool.
And it does feel like Liverpool have built a lot more of a sustainable model, even despite their lack of form at the moment. Whereas with you, it's flashes, isn't it?
And the other thing is, when you look at the managers, when the ones that we're constantly changing managers. Off the top of my head, again, a lot haven't been successful.
Damn.
AVB, Scolari,
Lampard,
Grant. I mean, a lot have come in and had a go.
Avram Grant lost.
Why did he mention Lampard? Why did he mention Lampard, man? Why? That's kind of that's bias, man.
Kafka, you said Avram Grant lost.
Avram Grant lost the Champions League final because of a penalty slip.
And did great job with himself.
Yeah. So please don't tell me he wasn't success. That was not his fault.
Why didn't he mention Lampard though? I'm still hung up on that.
That was John Terry's fault. We know that.
Also, we outplayed Man United in that final.
We did.
We did. If
Drogba doesn't get sent off, we win.
Let's carry on, man.
You mean for the penalty, then we win?
Yeah.
Rory. Okay.
Rory.
What happened is when we appointed Lampard, that was the moment.
That, didn't you?
That was the moment that the merry-go-round was over, and we were going to
have a project.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem. It does seem a bit rich.
And the project was working.
It seems
what a hypocrite, man.
Wait,
That's
hold
the
on,
project was working.
Pause. Who's the guy in the green? He's literally, the way he's looking at him, like, you're such.
You disgust me. Like he's thinking, like you disgust me.
No, he's going.
He's a Spurs fan as well. He's a Spurs fan. He would wish Roman was their manager, man. He's like, we used to have Kalou, man.
Let's go.
There you go, man. Play.
Sorry, Benitez. Chelsea fans were like delighted to see the back of them. The hiring and firing work then. All of a sudden.
I'm not saying Lampard was the right man for the job. We'll never know.
He wasn't.
Now, unfortunately. But when you look at the way Man United persisted with Oli, when you look at how Liverpool have supported Klopp and other managers who've had long, you either, like you said, Rory, you either buy into that and give them the time to make those mistakes and learn on the job, or you don't appoint them in the first place. Because if you can't appoint a man with such little experience as a manager and expect it to be rosy from day one for 18 months, like it shows a complete lack of.
Well, it makes a mockery. It makes a mockery of the appointment in the first place.
Yeah,
it was a mockery to give him the job in the first place. Fucking hell, mate! Oh,
and you know what pissed me off the most though? He was like saying like Klopp has been in the slums of mines perfecting his craft. I hate that fucking comparison. This guy came from Derby and he had nothing else, and he failed in the Premier League. And now all of a sudden we have to give him.
Remember the squad that Liverpool had to work with when Klopp
had fucking Lallana, man. They had Lallana.
No, they had Jay Spearing. Jay Spearing. Do you remember him?
Also, Liverpool's sustained period is just 3 years. That's it. It's just 3 years. That's it. Nothing else. Now they're on a downward. They're on a downward trend, like everyone predicted. So it's not like the whole 5 years Klopp's been there. They've been up top. It doesn't work like that. It's all this.
So Liverpool's 3 years is similar to Chelsea's 2-3 years. That's funny.
Yeah, that's what all clubs are at the moment. Look at City, 2 back-to-back titles, then nothing.
Yeah, they might win it this time.
Yeah, even Man United.
In grades, yeah.
That's true. That shirt is horrendous that he's wearing. I don't know where he gets that from.
Bro, all his style is like here. Just. Yeah.
I think we've established that Rory's definitely winning any fashion awards any day soon.
Prime. Let's finish the video because it gets even better now. Hold on, I've seen it. It gets better. Trust me.
You know what? I don't want to. Rory, if you're watching this, I have to make that comment, so I'm sorry. But Rory is the definition of my wife dresses me, man. That's that's just what he is, man. He is the definition of jazz. My wife dresses me. I'm sorry. I know it's a low blow, Rory, but it was too good not to say, man.
Are you saying his wife doesn't have style?
Well, she dresses him, man. She dresses him. Like 100%, she dresses him.
Okay.
That segues to the rest of the video.
Yeah, play it.
Thank you, Kai. Oh, I have to bring it up, don't I?
Yeah.
Because when he got the job, we knew that there were going to be rough moments. We knew that
you were prepared to support him for
exactly.
Yeah.
Because it was a journey that we were on, and ultimately, the sheer lack of respect to the man that captained us to the European Cup.
Can you pause it, Prime? Can you pause it? You know what's funny? True Jordy made this like 50-minute documentary how he wants to work on his body and slim down, and all you see in his fucking reaction eating McDonald's. I'm disappointed, Jordy, man. I'm disappointed. Play it.
I thought he was going to say something about Rory.
I'm disappointed, man. Anyway,
Kai, if True Jordy wants to fight you, I'm not defending you. I'm just saying.
100 people watching, man. 67 likes.
107, no? 107,
yeah.
Play.
Unfathomable.
I'm sorry, that's rich coming from Chelsea fans who have hounded out other managers.
Yeah, that's
yourself.
Yes.
You weren't particularly a fan of Sarri, for example. Like he got hounded out and he did more for the club. I find it weird that you can now.
It's circumstance, Adam.
I find it weird
Adam,
that,
you can't say that. You can't say something so inflammatory and then say, hold on.
No, let me finish what I'm saying.
No, you did, but you said
let me finish what I'm saying.
But you said
you can't
have the amount. You said I hounded him out.
Not hounded. Not
You
you.
did. You did.
Shut up, Rory.
You did.
Why can't you let him land? What the fuck?
Because he knows where he's going. He knows he's right.
No, let's go back.
Yeah, Prime, keep playing
They
it, Prime.
listen, hold on.
Play
They
it,
listen
Prime,
to
play it.
him. They listen to him just yap on, and now this guy's actually speaking sense. He's just cutting him off. Nah.
Listen to the whole exchange between these two. Listen to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't pause it. Trust me,
Yeah.
it's really good.
All right, I'm gonna mute my
You shared
mic.
the opinion.
Absolutely.
You shared the opinion that he shouldn't have been
But
there.
it's the
when
context
he
of
actually won a
Sarri's-
trophy for you. Now, take that aside. You can't forget Sarri. And first off, I get it a lot. Like people tweeting me like, "Oh, Rory's this, Rory's that." You shouldn't be. If you disagree with someone on a football matter, leave the bullshit aside. It's just totally stupid. Like we're all friends here. If we disagree, don't start tweeting me talking about Rory's stupidness because I'm not going to agree with you. You know what I mean? But secondly, on this point, like I find it bizarre that Chelsea fans can come out and criticize Roman Abramovich when you've lapped up what he's been doing for so long, and now the only reason why you're doing it is because you like Frank Lampard. It's no evidence of him. Actually, people keep saying, "Oh, give him time like Ollie and give him time like this." Well, I've not seen anything from Lampard
Facts.
to suggest
Facts.
he should have got the job in the first place, or he should have been given time. You've
Yeah, but
Roman Abramovich, who you're
I've got to speak
criticising,
at some point.
Roman Abramovich, who you're criticising, in a COVID window, spent more than anybody else anywhere.
That's because of his
Frank
vanity
Lampard
project.
was part of that.
No,
And
no,
he only got the job because you.
Wait, hold on. What did he say?
In a COVID window, spent more than anybody else anywhere.
That's because of his
Frank
vanity
Lampard
project.
was part of that.
No,
And
no,
he only got the job because you couldn't find players as much as you wanted, so you had to bring players.
He's losing the argument and he's like crying about it.
Players. It's not because you changed your way of developing
It
players.
isn't only about Frank Lampard. That's the point. The point that it's cut. They've sacked Frank Lampard is now the moment where I've now enough is enough. But it's been a long time coming.
But then you should have done that before.
Exactly.
Now,
why not?
Why not give every other manager the same backing that you get?
Rory's allowed to do that. First of all, as a Chelsea fan, it's sort of his prerogative who he chooses to support and not, though, right?
To take it one step at a time. The Sarri situation existed in a vacuum and was totally different. Sorry.
How is it different?
It wasn't different. The difference is he likes Lampard. He doesn't like Sarri. That's the only fucking difference there, isn't it? 123 people watching. Like, subscribe to the channel. Help us reach 1K. Go, Prime. Come on, let's go.
Totally different team. Frank Lampard inherited a completely different team. You said that you saw nothing in Frank Lampard to suggest that he should have been given the job. Frank Lampard had far less moments to lose his job than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think it's disingenuous of you to say
what
you kept Solskjaer.
What?
God damn. Is he serious? Lampard has been in the decline since December, and he was sacked at the end of January. Is this guy serious? Ah, man. I've never seen a Chelsea manager give that much time in bad form as much as Lampard has. But I guess this guy is a bit, not right in the head. Anyway,
Guys,
any of you guys have any comments?
How many subs do we have, by the way, at the moment?
Let me see, man. I think it's like around 700 something now already.
All right, cool. So there's
755.
755. We can surely get up to 800 by the end of this video. There's 123 people here. Guarantee all of you aren't subscribed. So help the boys out. Hit that like button, subscribe. Kai and Prime are working their arse off, bringing you the best content around. So support them. And Rory, it's simple, innit? It's one rule for one is another rule. And for me, you know what really infuriates me this week and why most probably I was as triggered as I am? You've got Talk Sport coming out. You got Match of the Day coming out. They're making all this propaganda about how Frank Lampard didn't get enough time. Arteta was left out to hang and to dry. And yet Arteta's above us now in the league with no budget, with just Thomas Partey on transfer deadline day. Yet we're meant to think like we're overachieving. I think that's pathetic. I think Martin Keown as well coming out saying, oh, he was bored against Wolves, which made me laugh more than anything because that's the best football I've seen in a long time at Stamford Bridge.
I was bored in the whole fucking Lampard era, man. Literally, I've never seen Chelsea lose 12 games a season, and fans being like, "We had a good season," like a bunch of fucking dickheads. But you know, just the hypocrisy, man. This fan base is full of hypocrite, man.
Ronan Craig, if Rory really has this epiphany that he says he does, then I don't expect him to be calling for Tuchel's head in 18 months, and will back him in the long-term project.
Bro, give up your season ticket. I'm on a waiting list. I want one.
The way that he's talking, I think he's gonna lose it anyway. If I'm honest with you, man. Just based on football politics, yeah.
He's only given Tuchel 18 games, let alone 18 months. He'll be calling for Tuchel's head in 18 games.
Yeah.
By the way, it gets really good in a second.
Yeah.
This video, he takes shots at YouTubers now. Listen to this. This is gonna make you laugh.
Kai, you're on this list, just to let you know.
No, I'm not because I just watch it. It's not about me. Just watch it.
A completely different team. You said that you saw nothing in Frank Lampard to suggest that he should have been given the job.
Neither
Frank
have I.
Lampard had far less moments to lose his job than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think it's disingenuous of you to say we kept Solskjaer, we persevered with Solskjaer, but you were right to sack Lampard. If Roman Abramovich was owner of Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have been sacked in Istanbul. He would have been sacked in Istanbul. And if he wasn't sacked in Istanbul, he would have been sacked. Was it Leipzig that knocked you out ultimately?
Yeah. Well,
or he may well have been sacked.
But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has for various times shown that he can beat big teams. Lampard hasn't beaten one, bro.
We beat you at Wembley.
What? What did you get out of it?
This last season.
What did you get out of it?
Adam, you asked me. You said that we haven't beaten any big teams, and I just said we beat you at Wembley. You changed the goalpost. You didn't say what did you win.
You haven't beaten anybody that was above you in the table, despite the fact that you spent more than anybody. And you can keep talking about a transfer ban, but this is a team that had a transfer ban, that had the likes of Kante in the team.
But you're bringing people.
Giroud and all these kind of
Lampard is now giving an opportunity to blood these young players, and it's obviously going to take time. And look, I'm not saying that Lampard didn't make mistakes.
I agree with that.
Of course he made mistakes. The reason we know he's going to make mistakes is because it's his second season managing in the Premier League ever. So there are obviously going to be mistakes in that.
To back up that, actually, there's a graphic that I've just been sent by Elliot, and it says Solskjaer last season, 7 wins, 28 points after 19 Premier League games. This season, Lampard, 8 wins, 29 points.
Chelsea fans can't lap up Roman Abramovich and he's hiring and firing. And how many times have they said, "Oh yeah, we sack managers"?
Actually, sorry, that's that
Lawrence
brought up is you actually have to delve into it, because in the first part of the season, Man United had injuries to Pogba, Rashford, and Martial, and they had to play. They had to play with Dan James with split strikers. So that stat is flawed. It's not an equal comparison.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, but if it's with your agenda, allow it. That's just how it is nowadays.
Just when we want, but we still win trophies. It's part of our
So
success. And now you don't like it
because you got hurt.
We're talking about, when you're saying Chelsea fans, I'm only talking about myself. Other Chelsea fans.
Adam McCullough is must-see TV, by the way. I love him.
I love Adam McCullough. Yeah, I love him, man. Doesn't care, but he had a lot of discussion where he called out like Rory for his hypocrisy, and I think Lawrence as well. But now Lawrence, I guess they talked about it, and Rory was like, "Hey man, you make me look like an idiot." On YouTube.
To be fair, let's be honest,
stop.
the kickoff is a great show. Like, I can sit down and enjoy it. There's no bullshit. As big as they are, people normally get corporate and watch what they say, but these lot genuinely say what they feel.
Yeah. True Jordan is an OG, man. He's been there and did it for like a long time. So
I want to get on the kickoff one day, so
Well, they're always looking for people. They're always looking for people to make tea, Prime. So you might make it. So.
Yeah, you can be the guy who brings that, because they always get Starbucks. You can go to Starbucks for them,
Soon come, they'll be. You guys will have a bigger kickoff. Yeah, you'll have a bigger kickoff platform than they ever will. Yeah, just keep on grinding.
The true Kai.
Thank you.
The channel is getting closed out tomorrow. That's it. Lab jinxed it. That's it. The channel. That's it. The channel died today. I'm just joking.
Well, it's okay. I still got the terrace to fall back on, so I'm good.
Anyway. Cheap shot, man.
Continue.
Don't ask questions about Abramovich. They wholeheartedly back Abramovich, and they see it as sacrilege to say anything negative about him. But others, for me, it's come now. For others, it came when they sacked Di Matteo after winning the Champions League when we were third in the league. For others, it came when he tried to disgracefully remove Chelsea from Stamford Bridge and drag us out of there illegitimately in a very much in a stop the count kind of way. He
count.
We own the pitch at Stamford Bridge due to being skint in the 80s. I own Stamford Bridge, the actual turf. I am a pitch owner. It went to a vote when he wanted to move from Stamford Bridge. It went to a vote. He needed 2/3. He didn't get it, but he was buying up shares in order to vote and change and do it in a very disgraceful way. So some other people, their moment came then.
I can't comment on.
What's wrong with that, though?
Especially if it costs like I think it was like 4 times more expensive to rebuild Stamford Bridge than it is to build a new ground.
But wasn't the final design on Stamford Bridge where it is?
Yeah, but that's more expensive.
No. Basically, they wanted to move it to Battersea Power Station.
Oh yeah.
So and the thing is, realistically speaking, we could have had an amazing stadium there, like right by the river. It would have looked amazing. But at the same time, I love Stamford Bridge, and I kind of understand Rory's point there. Like Roman moving the stadium there, he wanted to own the stadium as well. So a part of me agreed with it.
It's not Roman has looked. He's looked around. He's tried to buy the things. The houses, the properties, everything. Maybe it's just too expensive even for him.
I mean, I do understand it because 40,000 in modern day is not like a big stadium, and it's probably not going to get as much money. But at the same time, at the end, he did understand that the connection fans had to Stamford Bridge, and he decided to rebuild it, which cost like 4 times as much. So I don't think Roman is bad for trying to do like a
That's
business.
what I'm saying. The intention is good because at the end of the day, how do Spurs have a nicer stadium than us? They're not a big club. We actually are a big club. So Roman, just like I said, the guy obviously loves the club. He wants everything about Chelsea to represent like the level of superiority that we're at as a club, as a football club. Meaning we need to have a stadium worthy of being a big club. So I'm not gonna fault the guy for trying to make us better, trying to elevate us.
But also, he's going to build a new stadium. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to try and get not only just football games there, but NFL games as well, like Spurs have done. Any concerts there, anything else. It's going to be not just for football. It's going to be used for all types of things. Okay, that's what modern stadiums are now being used for.
That's a good thing.
That's more money, more profit, more recognition. So that's good. Like more contracts. Yeah,
it's a destination. It's like a tourist thing. It's a destination. You hit it,
and for the area and the community business.
At the end of the day, At the end of the day, Roman just wants the best for the club, man. But people like Rory, they think about it from football tribalism, where Lampard looks at it. Where Roman looks at it from a business point of view. And Rory is, like I say a lot of the times, Rory is an actor, while Roman made billions of pounds from business. So who would you trust more with your club? Just saying, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's finish this.
That's why I'm saying Roman won't do anything without him believing it's in the best interest of the club.
Precisely. He could have easily sold us with all this visa crap. He could have easily got rid of us.
Yeah, he invested more money than he has in the last 10 years.
More. More.
People are ungrateful, man. And you know what's really funny? If you guys seen like the thumbnail I used for this video is him like looking, like smiling with him like a little T-head, and just a hypocrite. That's what he is.
That's the word you said to yourself on Kai.
That's just
That's the word you said. Wow. Kai's learning and growing, people.
He's filtering himself.
Prime has been released by No Filter Football, effective from this moment. Play, man.
I mean, I'm a free agent. The kickoff, you can sign me.
People have had their moments with Abramovich. Some people, it came when they sacked Mourinho first time out. Some people, it came when they sacked Mourinho second time.
I get your point. What are the other Chelsea fans who are having a go at you saying exactly?
Well, I think so. Firstly, there are a few reasons why this school of thought that I am projecting here is very rare. As we know, people with platforms often have an ambition to potentially work with the club, and they therefore tailor their opinion to cater for that ambition.
Yeah.
I have no desire to work with the club, and I therefore speak my mind. So what you're not going to see is other people saying this, because these kids with YouTube channel, they want to work with a club.
Well, they'll get blackballed.
Right? They'll get blackballed, and I don't care. I've been blackballed. I'm not interested, right? So that is.
Who's he been blackballed by?
The club, I guess.
100% the club would blackball him. Think about what he's been saying.
Yeah, he's just giving like the club bad PR by how dumb he is, man.
Wait, hold on. Question, Kafka, you want to work with Chelsea in the future?
Never.
Do you think you can? Do you think you can do that after criticizing Frank Lampard?
Yeah, you can, because the club himself criticized Frank Lampard.
I'll tell you right now, the club will never hire an individual like me, because
Why
I'm
not?
never gonna censor what I'm gonna say.
I'm fucked
I do
then,
this
isn't
for
it?
fun.
Jesus Christ.
I do this for fun. Like, I literally don't do this for a living. I do this. I've got my side hustle. Like, this is what I do for my enjoyment. I like talking to you guys. I like sitting down.
Same as me, man. Same as me.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be here trying to kiss ass and say, "Oh yeah, Frank Lampard's great." Oh,
Frank Lampard is the greatest manager, even though he has only 1.67 average points. He's great.
like for me, the club would never hire me when I called out from the beginning and I said, "Oh, this is the stupidest decision the board ever made. They should resign." That's what I said.
Exactly.
That video's out there. So the minute I get the job, someone's gonna find it, put it on Twitter, and I lose the job.
Yeah, we're 9th in the table, but at least Mason Mount takes free kicks. There you go. Perfect. Just keep doing what you're doing. Jesus Christ, man.
We're not in the table, but we've got our Chelsea man. We're not in the table, but we've got a Chelsea man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this is what annoys me about like just dumb people and dumb fans like this, because they think we support the club because we have these YouTube channels and platforms because we're a bunch of simps. And it's just like, no, that's exactly what they're doing. Because if you actually listen to, like, I think every single person here has criticized multiple players of the club or managers and stuff. So we clearly don't give a crap about because we're actually fans. We care about the club. Meaning,
I think he's talking about Nini and all those guys. I think he's talking about Nini
when they don't perform well, because we love the club and we want our club to do well. So we're not going to sit here and just be like, okay, if Tammy Abraham had a terrible game, we're not going to sit there because I don't know if Tammy Abraham follows like High Prime, Andrew, Alex on Instagram or Twitter. You're going to say, oh, he had a great performance, he really gave it his all, when we all know he was dog shit because he follows you back on Twitter or socials or Instagram. No, fuck no.
And my argument here about this Twitter and socials, if these players are so sensitive that what someone with 6,000 subscribers can affect them, I think you should get off the platform.
Exactly.
Because if you can't handle me saying you didn't play well, can you imagine when your manager says you didn't play well and benches you? You're not good enough for Chelsea at that point.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If I had
Try making muffins. Try making muffins instead.
If
Don't
I
be a
had all
football
these
player.
haters, I'd just
Open a bakery.
Mayweather does with the money, just flip it like that. No, your hate is, but I'm soaked in these pounds. That's it. What do I care what some bum in Newcastle thinks about me? Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's all good. Let's finish this vid.
Only if this is something really stupid that worth reacting to. Prime, let's finish.
That is part of the issue. Other Chelsea fans will just swallow what Abramovich has done, and they don't like this kind of conversation. They will not tolerate this kind of conversation. And what that led to this week was, like some of the most hateful. Like, so my YouTube channel, I had to delete. Well, my friend had to sort it out, right? Had to delete, block, and all that. My Twitter feed, I kind of go verify. I had to block, and but look, if you like Abramovich, if you're a Chelsea fan, you like Abramovich, sweet. I don't. I think that it's been a real problem. I think that his transfer policy has been poor. I think the last time that we went into a transfer window where we actually replaced players and backed the team that we needed, was the year we won the league when we brought in Fabregas 7 years ago. We brought in Fabregas, we brought in Diego Costa because we looked at the team.
That can't even do math, man. It was like 5 years ago.
We said, right, we need a centre forward. We brought in Costa. What we looked at on the team there and gone, right, Havertz is the answer.
Goals from midfield. That's what we looked at. Goals. Let's break down this point.
Alex, he doesn't know. He said he never watched Havertz before. So how would he know, man? He literally said it before.
As a replacement for Mason Mount, basically. That's what the club did. Let's not beat around the bush. You signed Timo Werner as a replacement for Tammy Abraham. You signed Thiago Silva as a replacement for Tomori. With or Rudiger. That's exactly what they did. Yet.
And Chilwell as well.
What a load of dog shit. We were actually competitive in the last window. Just because Lampard is a derby manager, quality manager who can't get the best out of those players, that doesn't mean that they're not good players.
What do you mean we weren't competitive? We were competitive when we won the Europa League. And we almost won the Carling Cup. We went to penalties and lost.
Yeah.
We finished third.
Yeah. But because a failure who lost 12 games in his first season and got relegated, and I got sacked the season after that, couldn't get the best out of the players. All of a sudden, it's not a competitive transfer window. No, he's just a shit manager. He's just a shit manager with 1.667 point average, our worst ever. With 43% win rate, our worst ever manager, and that's why you say that wasn't a competitive transfer market. But in reality, is if you go to those players' pages on transfermarket.de and look at the values of those players, it's probably one of our best. And all of you Lampard fanboys, whenever we signed those players, all of you said it's one of the best transfer windows we ever had. But just because your manager couldn't get the best out of these players, and he failed, and he did fail because he got sacked, and this was one of our worst periods since the 15-16 season where we sacked Mourinho. That's the second worst season under the Roman era. So if you want to come to me and talk to me about your stupid emotion, writing stupid subjective bullshit, follow it with stats. Because everything I say is backed by numbers. Everything you say is backed by emotion and estrogen. So leave it to your fucking self.
Does he beg for super chats? Sorry, Andrew. Does he beg for super chats?
I've never watched the live stream,
so it just knows.
Okay. My bad, sorry.
Also, what does he mean by competitive in the transfer market? We won the title in 2015.
Yeah.
Next summer we bought Pedro because we had a title-winning team. We didn't really need to.
Yeah.
For every Chelsea fan, we wouldn't have gone, oh, we need to do 5 or 6 transfers. We bought Pedro. We were shit. Next summer we bought Luis back. We bought Alonso and we bought Kante. Okay. Won the league. Next season, Costa left. That's another discussion. We bought Morata. Okay. We bought other shit players, fine, but we still have a nucleus of a title-winning team. We didn't play well. 18, what did we buy? Jorginho,
Kepa, Kovacic,
Higuain. Yeah. And someone else. And we, like you said, finished third. League Cup final, won the Europa League. 19 transfer ban, but completed Pulisic and Kovacic.
Yeah, but look at it.
We also brought back Tammy Abraham, who was the best striker.
How can I answer this? How is Werner the number 3 highest goal scorer in Europe isn't a fucking marquee signer? How is Havertz the third highest scorer and assister under 21 player in Europe, not a marquee signing?
How is Ben Chilwell
English watching only dumb excuse for a fucking fan? Educate yourself, then you make the stupid fucking comments, man. People are idiots, man. It pisses me off because they don't do the research, man.
He's going back 2014. 15, marquee signing Pedro from Barcelona.
Stupid.
Front three.
Fucking stupid, man.
That won 2 European Cups. Next summer, marquee signing Kante. Everyone wanted Kante.
Yeah.
We got him.
And we got him.
Next summer,
we got him.
Marquee signing Morata. Whatever you think of him now, at the time, marquee.
Yeah,
signing.
he was one of the hottest stuff.
Yeah, and look at people. I don't know why, but people wanted Jorginho in 18.
Bro, you know what? I'm tired of this. They would excuse everybody for this failure of a fucking manager, man. He was a failure. He was our worst ever. Point average and win rate suggested. And you can tell me all your emotions, but reality is you can't fucking argue with numbers because numbers don't fucking have feelings. Let's finish this, man.
My bad. Sorry. Okay. Remove the comment.
Yeah.
Now Lampard didn't want Havertz, and there were other people in the club who did. Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't know. I don't know exactly who. I don't know exactly who wanted.
So that's kind of. Sorry to cut you off there.
No,
you deserve your say here. There were other reports that I read from sort of insiders in the club, specifically in the Athletic, which I think is generally close. They were sort of saying that the reason that he went now is that the board, some people on the board initially didn't want Lampard as at this stage in his career anyway. And they were questioning whether he was sort of qualified for the job at this point. Maybe rightly so. Some people could say you could put case words where they're right, but therefore they were kind of looking for a weak point, and it was like strike. Because I remember thinking when I heard he was sacked, I was like, "It was a funny time to sack Lampard. Surely you would have, like you say, you would have gone earlier, or you might have gone a little bit later." What it did also indicate was maybe there's other problems that aren't on the pitch or sort of results based, and are actually kind of personnel based. Because one thing I did notice is obviously there was quite a change even in the energy and demeanour under Tuchel that Lampard hadn't seemed to be able to affect.
When Lampard started calling out some of the players, I mean, we just said it earlier on the show.
Yeah, management 101.
Starts doing that sort of shit.
That's the thing. Ollie's never done that. That's like a smart.
Ollie's never done that.
Yeah. No good manager ever does it. Like if you look at Pep on Klopp, they never blame the players. They say, "Okay, I fucked up. It was my responsibility," because that's your job as a manager, you know.
Did you hear
but this
what
guy's
Pep
like,
said?
The players can do the basics. Bro, I don't think you know the basics of management. That's why you're blaming the players for their basics of
You know Manchester City have been on this crazy run, right? Pep came out 3 weeks ago and said, "I want to hold my hands up and take all the blame for the beginning of the season. I changed the tactics. I made the players run when it's no preseason. That's my mistake. Don't blame the players at all." This is when they're literally keeping 10 clean sheets in the last 12 games. He's coming out, taking all the responsibility for any of the negatives, right? He doesn't need to do that.
And the thing is, if you're going to come out and criticize players, you have to be tactical with how you do it. Like, for example, Jose, he's probably the prime example. Jose does it, but there are specific reasons and particular mind games he does it with specific players in order to test them and push them to their limit. Also, if Jose Mourinho comes out and criticizes you, exterior winner, you must be doing something wrong.
No, but you know what it is.
But Kai, if Frank Lampard does it, who hasn't won anything or proven anything as a manager,
bro, you came from Derby. You came from the club you managed before you came here was Derby. It was fucking Derby. That's your first ever job, Derby. Who are you to tell these players that every player of them, right? Every one of them has been under a better manager than him. Nagelsmann is better than him. What's his name? The guy who managed Havertz is a much better manager than him.
Peter Bosz.
Peter Bosz, yeah. I think Rodgers is better than him, who managed Leicester. All of them are better managers than you, and all of them got much better results from those players. And so who are you who came from the league below to say that to throw these players under the bus? You should look at yourself, because other managers got the best out of those players. Now look at that's a good example, Ikram. Look at what Odoi, like the smile that Odoi is having on his face when he plays. Look at how Havertz in the one game that he played under Tuchel. Look at the difference in response those players are given to their manager. And tell me, oh, you can't blame Lampard for those players. Yes, you can, because the reality is, the rumors are saying that he wouldn't talk to him for months. He wouldn't talk to him for a month. So how the fuck are they supposed to know what they're supposed to do if you don't want to talk to him for a month?
Timo Werner said to him, apparently, there's quotes
doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm a 9.5, or I play number 9. Please don't play me at number 11. He insisted on playing him at number 11 again and again. How does that make sense? If I go to my manager at work and I say, look, I'm not comfortable doing this piece of work. I need either more training or I need to take a step back. The first thing a good manager does is take me off the current project.
Exactly.
But not even that. It's like, for me, I've always said I don't care if Mount or Havertz or Werner, if they're out wide or players are out of position, because tactically as a manager, you can kind of do that, but there needs to be a system and a plan. Because if Werner went to Liverpool, he would be playing.
He would be like scoring like crazy.
he would still be working in their system. Havertz, if he was at Liverpool, he'd probably be playing false nine, but he would still be playing within their system. But I see no structural plan to how this works. Like under Lampard, I didn't see anything. Also, can I say 141 current views? Can we push to 100 likes? Maybe.
Come on, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already.
I will twerk for you if you get to 100.
Imagine, man, Jesus Christ.
What this
that video would get 10k views easily, very easily.
I'll drop it on the Twitter account.
What this shows
Prime will work for you instead.
What this shows is just how bad his man management skills are overall. Since in his time at Chelsea, just how bad he just couldn't handle these guys. He tried. I think he tried to go do things on his reputation.
And apparently he wanted to leave as well. Like apparently Lampard wanted to leave like a while ago, but because it's Chelsea, he stayed.
Wait, what comment? Oh, I need to see this. Harry Redknapp's.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry. Yeah. I saw the Harry. I thought it was Jamie.
Yeah, but it's because his relative, you know, like
he did one. Jamie did one. Yeah.
To be fair, though, if my uncle came out on TV and badmouthed me after I got sacked, we're having words. So
exactly, he has to say like, "Oh my, my nephew is the best. He would get a job at Barcelona." You know? Yeah, that's he has to say like, kind of like positive things. So
102 likes. 102 likes.
We need some diet and workout tips for a video.
I'll give you that in private, Prime. Let's continue.
No, not me. The comments, but okay. Ouch, that hurt.
Okay.
I'll get you back for that, Kai.
No,
you always try and you always get like just give up, Prime.
I prefer it to remain in the dressing room. I don't think it's a good tactic. It's not something that I endorse.
It's a desperation move, and I felt like
suicide. It's basically suicide to do that.
I do feel like
it's career suicide.
When you start having to do that, you feel like you're losing touch, you're losing grip.
But I think that has. Look, I don't know this obviously, but I reckon that he knew it was over a long time. Like, do you know what is a bit of an indicator? Do you know Mason Mount was made captain in Lampard's final game?
Oh, touchy.
It feels like a thank you.
It's a send off, isn't it?
It feels like he made Mason Mount captain as a thank you. Because Mason Mount's performances have been elite.
And the interview as well he did around that.
What? He said Mason Mount's performances have been elite.
Yeah, but
I can't.
Can we move off the Mason Mount thing? Because I'm only starting to like him now again because I was affiliated with Frank.
Start hating him again.
And I like the player. So I don't want to. He was affiliated with Frank, and it was annoying me. But
it was literally his son.
Lampard held him back.
I thought he played okay for them last 10 minutes as well. He
was all right. That dummy was amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He twisted in the box as well, where he always had a chance to see it through. I thought in those 10 minutes he looked much better than he did in the last 90 times 2 minutes in the last two games.
Lambs, it proves my point. It proves my point in his man management.
Even Marlon is laughing at that comment, man.
Bro. Hey, my man's been watching Messi play. Were you looking at Mason Mount thinking, elite, oh bloody hell.
Exactly, Nino. He is Tuchel's son now. I saw Tuchel like hugging him in training. I hope that's not too serious, you know?
Tuchel's son. Nah, Pulisic is Tuchel's son.
Pulisic, he loves Pulisic.
First time he'll captain the club.
Callum Hudson-Odoi is his son. I can't wait for that.
Bro, I have never seen Hudson-Odoi so much happier in a while, man.
But you know what?
I'm happy for him, man.
Done fact.
The Germans love Hudson, man. There's a reason they're so good. They see talent. And he's got all the talent in the world.
Kafka, remember what I said to you that if wait, what's funny?
Look at the colors. Oh my god, man.
Oh my god. Well, Hi. Why haven't you said this? This is something you would say. This is something you
because Kai is a changed man. He's got a channel to run. He doesn't make comments like that.
Alexis, that's not why. Because I respect homeless people, man. That's why I'm not gonna compare them to Rory. I respect homeless people, so I am not going to insult them in that way, man.
Kafka gave you an out, but you still okay.
You made it worse.
Why? I said I respect them. I don't want to diss them. Compare them to Rory. At least, at least they have life skills and experience. So.
You know what? I'm gonna do what Frank didn't. I'm gonna resign. You're gonna get me in trouble one day, Kai. You don't live.
I think you underestimate how much people love honesty on YouTube.
But Kai, you don't live in England. You're not gonna get jumped.
Prime, you know me. I am the guy who told my girlfriend, asked me, "Am I getting fat?" And I said yes. I'm that kind of guy.
Bro, don't do that.
Kind of guy, man. Ex-girlfriend.
My ex-girlfriend.
That's the reason. That's the reason why she said next.
No. What Kai isn't telling you, he did it on the phone.
I'm very honest, man. I'm very honest. That's just how I am.
Hey,
that's how I was raised.
Story, right? Story time. I was with my girl my ex-girl for 2 years. When we first started dating, first week, she goes to me, "If I start getting fat, you need to tell me." 2 years in, I'm like, I see her. She's getting a little bit chunky, 2-3 kilos added. I was like, "Baby,
chunky." You act like she's a peanut butter jar, man.
And I said to her, I was like, "Oh, baby, I'm not gonna lie to you. Remember that thing you asked me to say?"
You're getting a bit hefty on the side.
I was like, "Oh, I think you've put on a little bit of weight. Oh, maybe we should cut down and get you on a diet plan." Oh my God. 3 weeks, no conversation. She didn't talk to me for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I even told my ex-girl she was getting too skinny as well. Apparently that's an insult.
I don't know how that's an insult.
You can't tell them they're getting too fat, and you can't tell them they're losing their ass and they're getting too slim.
Moral of the story: do not.
Kai, you should know from watching, or from just seeing those,
I'm an honest guy, Lambs. I'm an honest guy. If you ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth.
How sensitive they are. So if they show you how sensitive they are, trust me, British people are so damn sensitive. Damn sensitive.
No, that's why. In Israel, everybody understands sarcasm, and everybody is damn honest. You can ask anybody a question, they'll answer you honestly. But it is what it is, man. Yeah.
Let's finish this video, man. We're nearly there.
Yeah. What is Prime?
Laddie.
Prime has control of the screen.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, he has control of it, and he just disappeared.
Maybe he's dealing with a female-related issue.
On the bright side,
I don't think Prime has these issues, man. Prime doesn't have those issues.
Lucky for him.
Bro, prediction tomorrow: 6-0 Chelsea. But I'll accept 3-0 as well.
I think it's gonna be 2 or 3-0. I don't think it's gonna be an absolute hammering, but I think we're gonna comfortably win. I think.
Yeah.
Same. I agree. I think we're gonna go with a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 formation though.
Yeah, I don't think we're playing 3 at the back this time.
I don't.
We're not playing wing backs tomorrow.
I did my little preview. I think Ziyech will be dropped.
Will you?
Yeah, I think Ziyech is dropped because I don't think he played well enough in that first game. And I think Pulisic came on and looked dangerous.
Yeah. Bro, but I do like Ziyech, but I just feel like he's been lost a little bit for the last few games.
Yeah. Same.
Do you think Werner starts?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Tuchel is trying to tailor a system where he is not really a striker, but he's a 9.5, so he's kind of
behind the striker,
shadow striker, false 9, and there's a striker ahead of him.
So you mean I have to watch Tammy play?
I don't know. I think you just play him a bit deeper as a striker, and you play Havertz a little bit ahead of him.
Like a Firmino thing, but only better.
Yeah. Only better.
Who's changing the comments?
Me.
I was gonna say...
I have control, but he has control of the video, man.
God, there you are.
Yes, Senor Prime.
Apologize to Prime. I heard what you said.
Close out the tabs. Close out the
So you were
tabs.
sulking, Prime. Is that it? You were sulking. Is that it?
You was.
Oh man, guys, I got the Aston Villa game on behind. I can't believe I'm rooting for a draw here because either team wins, they go above us and we go down.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what Lampard did to us. I said it on the terrace. When I was on the terrace, when he got sacked, I said, this is the day we're going to stop competing with West Ham and Aston Villa for top 4, man. And I hope that I'm right. Because Tuchel needs to get us out of that equation, man. We shouldn't even be in that equation, man.
But imagine how excited we were that Newcastle beat Everton.
I was.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think Villa will sustain this form, to be honest with you.
I hope so.
Yeah, even though Villa have their games in hand, I don't like they're not one of those teams that we think are going to win all of their games in hand. They could probably lose them both, to be honest.
Yeah, Everton keeps slipping. I love you, Uncle Carlo, but you gotta start slowing down with the points, man. You know. Kai, do you rate Bruno? I do rate Bruno. I like Bruno.
Bruno is second best player in the league at the moment.
I rate him more than most United fans rate him, man.
Yeah.
The last 2 games, though, he's been a bit missing, hasn't he?
Mm. Yeah.
Like, he didn't play well against Sheffield and he didn't play well against Arsenal today.
Do you know what I think it is, though? I think he's burnt out.
I think so, yeah.
He's been carrying them on his back for like maybe what?
Since January last year, since he came in last season. Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying he's their version of Mason Mount? Is that what you're saying?
Wait,
Jesus, don't even.
Will get destroyed by the Yedas. Wait, is that what they're called? Okay. If we don't win at least 3-0 tomorrow, that is true.
I don't care. Like, we got our club back, so.
Keep in mind, Lampard beat Burnley 3-1, so.
3-0. 3-0.
Oh, 3-0 was it? Okay.
Yeah, and it was actually good. That was probably our best performance of the season.
Clean sheet FC at that moment in time we were getting called. Clean sheet FC.
Yeah, that's when ZX was balling.
Yeah,
anyway,
but that was also when Burnley.
Senors and senoritas, let's get this done. Come on, Brian.
Yeah.
We'll talk about like the game after.
Don't clap at me like I'm a dog.
Brian, you know you're my bro, man. You're my brother.
I mean, you say that, but the comments you make.
Those are. You should see how I talk to my actual brother, man. I treat you much better, man.
You have a brother?
I have 3, man.
Okay.
What Harry Redknapp did for him,
to make the man.
He's Frank Lamparding.
Absolutely.
Rory, can we finish off this Lampard conversation? Because apparently after the Leicester game, it was the tipping point. Apparently he went around the pitch. He went around the morning after and wasn't particularly happy. But he went around the pitch afterwards and shook their hands and thanked the players for their effort.
It kind of did feel like the moment. The writing was on the wall that day.
Some players then complained about Lampard, or apparently some people were complaining about Lampard, saying he didn't give good tactical instruction. And some of them even said they hadn't been spoken to in months.
No tactics.
Jesus Christ, man. In months.
It's been denied. So what's happened?
It hasn't been denied. It hasn't been denied. What has been denied is the comments that Rory was that Rudiger was bullying the youth. He's using their lack of information about Chelsea to kind of like sway away from the argument. It hasn't been denied. What was denied? It's not the fact that he doesn't talk to them. It was the fact that Rudiger bullies them. You little shiza, Rory. Honestly, he also lied because Aspie and Tammy didn't protect Lampard for his tactic. Yeah, exactly. The reports. That's what I said just now. Yeah.
Did you guys see Hudson-Odoi's comments after the game?
Yeah, he said this is the. Yeah. He said it's the first time when we don't just cross, try to win.
Is that true, Brian?
Well, just to say I got the kickoff bag, so
You bastard.
Prime, you can finally change those curtains then, huh?
I mean, you haven't paid me enough to do it, but Kafka, answer this, please. You have a lot to say on Chilwell.
Ben Chilwell is basic Ben.
Ben.
He's basic Ben. He passes backwards, sideways.
Basic Benjamin, man. That's what.
Yeah, he will be exposed in this system. He can't dribble past the man by himself. His crossing isn't even great. It's 40 million down the bin, in my opinion.
You know what really scares me? He has like a Michael Myers first touch as well. Jesus Christ, man.
For me,
touch.
David Alaba is a must. Go get Alaba, play him left back.
Oh.
He's a free agent. He's a world-class player. He will add to our team.
Yeah. I mean, I've never wanted that. I wanted Regulon to begin with, but
so did I.
And that's his only signing that he got. That's Lampard's only signing. Thank fuck for that, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Brian, what did Rory say to you on the call you just received? Just know that I'm never coming back on this channel again.
What is that hand gesture, man? What was that supposed to be, man? We need to talk about that. We'll talk about it after the show. Come on, play.
You see why I want to leave? I don't get
you know you get good benefits. No filter offer Prime our full support, and he gets everything, man. I give you like
what do you give me?
I give you like a lot of things like
TLC, tender love and care.
The promise of a healthcare, promise of pay, promise of McDonald's vouchers. I give you that, like.
I'd rather Nando's, even though it's overrated.
It's overrated, but you rather it over McDonald's. All right. Can we finish? Come on.
I love the fact that Lampard goes, yeah, you told me that.
A lot of Chelsea players came out and went, "This is not true."
They did.
Yeah, I've seen some of them tweets.
So
it was about Rudiger, man. It wasn't about Lampard.
Doesn't necessarily tell the story, but the less the game is when we kind of knew that it was over. I think I've said it on here that I feel like they're going to sack because it's just the way that the club operate.
No, it's because you know how shit he is, and you know he's going to get sacked.
Above him by basically insisting that Declan Rice was the next big transfer.
Yeah, and they didn't want Declan Rice.
Right, because
they said there's Rice at home, dickhead.
Declan Rice.
There's Rice at home. There's Rice at home. That's true, man. That is true.
Who's the Rice we have at home? Mason Mount.
There's Rice at home, man. Play. Yeah, is it? That's it, right? It's finished.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else that's said.
Because they let Declan Rice go for how much?
You see, this is
they told him to get out of the club.
Absolutely,
they said he wasn't good enough.
But you see, I think this is the issue with the board. But I think this is the problem with the board, though. I think that there are two issues, right? So if you assume that the other issue, actually, that they have a problem with Lampard, they didn't like Lampard's counsel towards Kepa Arrizabalaga. They didn't think that he provided him with enough love and enough whatever. Lampard has looked at Kepa and gone, he's not good enough and he's not playing, and that's the end of it. And that's how I feel about Kepa, right? And he's but the problem is that they've dropped £72 million on him, so they're not going fair enough. They're going get him to play.
That's not true. If they did, they wouldn't have gotten Mendy. That's a lie. Another lie. From you, Rory.
Oh, didn't it? With big money transfers, it just hasn't.
It just hasn't worked.
Well, Kai.
I know you don't like Mendy.
No, not even that. The Kepa thing. He is true in terms of the club anyway. Yeah. They wanted Frank to try and get him, like the whole Kepa situation. How Frank dealt with it last season was terrible.
Yeah.
As soon as you know what was going on in his private life and how that's going to affect him, you take him out immediately.
Man management strategy.
Hold on. I'm not one to defend Frank, right? But what's he meant to do when this man keeps throwing the ball in the net?
Don't play
he has butterfingers, man.
My point is, don't play him.
But who are you going to play? Caballero, who's the same shit.
Or if you're going to play him, and this is why I keep saying you try and defend your weaknesses, play a system where we're not always going to be a system where we're not getting counter-attacked every 2-3 minutes. Play a system where we can defend from set pieces. Mitigate all, as bad as Kepa is, mitigate against all of his problems. That way he's not dealing with all of it.
I think you're understating how bad Kepa was.
No.
There was where Kepa was conceding, I think 60% of the shots that were going on target. You can't mitigate those. You're going to concede.
Alexis, everybody at the terrace knows that Prime loves Kepa.
No,
he's a Kepa fanboy. He's a Kepa fanboy. You are. No. You are.
Kai,
Prime, you are. People in the chat. Is Prime a Kepa fanboy?
When you have players, right, and for whatever reason or whatever, you do have to play them, fine. So my point is you try and mitigate against those problems. Someone like Jorginho, for example, we know he's slow. We know he's slow and he's not athletic, fine. But why is it within Sarri's system and how he plays? Why is it within Sarri's system and how he plays? Why is it that works then? You mitigate against your weaknesses. You mitigate against your weaknesses. If you're not doing that as a manager, then that is actively your problem. Also, Frank in the summer, he wanted to sell Kepa and bring in Oblak. Kai, stop this. He wanted to sell Kepa and bring in Oblak. So, like, again,
for me, it's as simple
That's
as
a better
this.
investment of money than you buying rice. Spend the money on Oblak, then spend it on rice. You know why? Rice, nah, man.
Thank you.
He wasn't even good in the Hobbit, man. Let alone on the pitch. Nah, not a fan. Not a fan, man.
We had a third, our top 5 defense under Sarri season. The only difference was that Luis wasn't there. So you're telling me that Luis is the one holding the defense together?
Look, don't compare.
I'm telling you that Sarri had a proper structure to how we defended and retained our shape.
Prime, you're comparing a manager that's been in the game for 20 years to a manager that was been in there for 3 years. He doesn't have the experience to change it.
Kafka, that's my point. That's also my criticism of Lampard. That's my point. When you see obvious weaknesses in the team, you're not smart enough to be able to change them.
And was that Pepsi Max?
It is, yeah. I will accept a sponsorship deal to do it on this stream all the time. So I will do that.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew, you're not getting a sponsorship deal before I did. So.
And if I'm not getting a sponsorship deal, none of you are getting a sponsorship deal, is it?
God damn it.
I mean, Kafka doesn't work for you, so Kafka can do what he wants.
No, I meant you and Andrews. But Kafka, if you do get Pepsi sponsorship, please share with us, man.
I'll send it all the way to Israel just for you. A case for a year, yeah?
Pepsi Max, only Pepsi Max, man. Don't give me the sugar stuff, yeah.
It's great.
Speaking of great things, follow us on Twitter, people, at KH No Filter Football. That'd be amazing. Send us anything you want us to react to or anything interesting from the Chelsea community you want us to know about.
We have the Chelsea show coming back tomorrow. You guys been asking for it. It's coming back tomorrow.
What time are you guys coming?
I don't know. What time are we doing it, Prime? I haven't decided. Maybe at 10? 10? 10 is a good time.
If you guys do it at 10, because me and Monster are going live on my channel at 9. So that's your evening sorted, guys. We're going to cover the game. And then you come here for the main event for Kai to slander Rory and Lampard.
No. Rory's not going to be. We're not going to be talking about Rory. We're going to be talking about Tuchel, the actual football. I'm tired of Rory.
Perfect.
I'm going to wait until Rory says something stupid again, and then I'll make a reaction.
Wait, Kafka, what time are you going live on your channel?
We're going at 9 tomorrow, so...
bring him 9.
Yeah.
The Kafka's view, people. Subscribe.
By the way, guys, I'm 8 away from 6.2K, so anyone want to help? Appreciate it.
Yeah, help Kafka get to the... Yeah.
And trust me when I say he really doesn't give a fuck about his opinion. He'll say it how it is.
That's why we love him. That's why we love him.
Appreciate honesty here.
Anyway, people. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, people, it was a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had at some point we had 170 people watch at once, over 118 likes. I mean, and 5 dislikes, but there are sad people in the world. What can you do?
Hey, we accept all ratings, likes, dislikes. YouTube loves it all.
Yep, they do, man. As long as you react, we're happy. So take care, people. Take your vitamins and don't do drugs. See you guys.